Hi, Jeff McFeeters here. I'm fresh back from a 2-week photo venture, I guess you would call it, photography, when I remembered that tomorrow is the KelbyOne Photowalks occurring all over the country, and I had signed up for one being held here locally. So I got the gear together that I wished to take with me, and I thought I would just share a little bit about how I will attend a morning photo walk. I was invited by a friend who's hosting an evening photo walk in a city nearby, and I hope I can make that one as well. The only difference, I would say, between attending an evening photo walk and a daytime photo walk for me is that I will go to the trouble to bring a decent tripod with me for an evening photo walk to set up and maybe do some time lapse or long exposure photography, city traffic motion photography, that sort of thing. But during the day, I expect I'll be shooting at speeds that I can handhold my gear. So what will I bring with me tomorrow? We're meeting at 8:30 up on the campus near here, near my home in Lawrence, Kansas, the Oriole Hotel. It's a very picturesque campus. And if the weather is good, I won't need a raincoat or poncho or any of that sort of thing. I do generally travel prepared, so I will have available my hip pack, which does carry some tools and the poncho, flashlight, things like that, especially when I'm out in situations where who knows what might happen. But I will probably leave this in the car. It weighs about 4 pounds, and so it's not heavy to carry with me, but I probably won't need it. I'll have it just in case. My main bag tomorrow will be a fairly small compact bag. This is a Low Pro Messenger 15, I think. I've had it for 2 or 3 years since I switched from a larger DSLR system to the Olympus mirrorless system. On this, this weighs 10 pounds, by the way, so with what I'm going to take. Sometimes it's less, but tomorrow I'll take 10 pounds worth of gear. I'll have 2 cameras. On the outside, on this Peak Design clip on the shoulder strap, I'll have an EM1 with 12 to 40. Inside, I'll have another EM1 with the 75mm 1.8. I will have available my typical zoom, telephoto zoom, the 50 to 200 f2.8, but I am not going to probably put that on at the outset. But if I want to do some longer telephoto work, compressing distances between buildings and that sort of thing, then I have access to that. On the other extreme, I like to have my little 7.5mm Rokinon fisheye. It's a great little lens, inexpensive, so I'll have that. I will also bring my Yongnuo flash. Olympus makes great flash, by the way. I recommend it, but I like to bring this with me just because it's cheap and it does a lot of cool things remotely. So I also bring with me a mini softbox. It's kind of an octagonal softbox, but I like it. It gets really flat and super for doing close-up work, off-camera flash, that sort of thing. This zippered pouch in the front. Oh, by the way, this messenger bag is great for carrying an iPad or something. I'm not going to carry one. I do have some square filters in here if I need to use some additional filters. And filters inside here, business cards, lens caps, extra tripod mount, a little small flash goes on the hot shoe. That's pretty much all I'll have here. In the side pockets, I've got extra SD cards and extra batteries. So that's a pretty cool deal right there. I am doing one thing different this year because I have been part of the Arcanum. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm a member of Angela Pan's Mastery cohort, and they're all getting together tomorrow on Google+. Well, I thought it would be great if I could join, and so I'm bringing along on a typical shoulder strap hanging around my neck my old Olympus E520. This is my third body that I oftentimes carry with me, even out to do landscape shots, because I like to have this camera. I'll stick it on another lens, a manual lens or something, just to play with if my other cameras are doing time lapse or something and don't need my attention, then I have this to maybe explore with. Tomorrow I'm going to explore with the Micro Nikkor 55-2.8. It's my favorite macro lens of the three that I have, four dedicated macro lenses. I'm sorry, I have 6 macro lenses. You would think I would do more macro photography than I do, but my start in film days with 35mm and the Olympus system was primarily macro, and I am getting back into it more and more. Some of the new features coming out in firmware 4 coming out in the end of November are going to be phenomenal for some of the macro work I intend to do. But back to the topic here. This will be hanging around my neck. My iPhone 6s will be attached in this clip system here, which you can find these on Amazon. They're like $6. So that's going to be simple. I can turn this on. It'll be hanging on around my neck like about here, and the camera going, and I'll have my headphones in, and I can talk to my friends in the cohort. They can see what I'm doing. I can pull it back out and switch the camera view and talk to them directly. They can see what's behind me that way, whatever. I think it'll be fun to try for a few minutes. We'll see how it goes. I also may turn on Periscope. It's a great app for doing video presentations in real time live with an audience that they can then interact with the videographer and ask questions and that sort of thing. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow differently, this primarily in the morning. If and when I go into the Kansas City photo walk in the evening, I probably won't have this, and other than my iPhone, and I'll have a tripod instead. So 10 pounds walking around 2 or 3 hours, yeah, it's a little extra, but to have 2 cameras weather sealed with everything from fisheye 15mm all the way up to 200 f2.8, that's like a 400mm lens on a crop sensor like this, a prime 75-1.8, that's 150mm in the crop perspective, all under 10 pounds. Boy, my former cameras weighed 2 to 3 pounds just for the bodies each. So this is great to have that durability in that lightweight package. So I'm putting a plug in for Olympus. I think it's a tremendous system for me in all kinds of venues, and tomorrow will be no different. I'll have a great time walking around, meeting people, having, well, 3 cameras technically, but 2 that I'll be shooting with primarily, and it should be a lot of fun. If you're free tomorrow morning in Lawrence area, look for the KelbyOne Photowalks, sign up for the Lawrence Photowalk and come out and join us. I'm pretty sure there's still space available. They're limited to 50, and I think I saw there were 20 left as of yesterday morning when I checked. So I hope you'll join us. There's probably a photo walk in your area as well, and they are a lot of fun. I've done these before and I highly recommend them. Well, I've got to get ready and do some errands today and get ready for other activities, so it's good talking with you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.